Good day. How are you? Scoot over, guy.
I have a question.
Say again?
I have a question. It makes sense for you if they say
Hare Krishna?
one man died for all of us?
Does it make sense for me for one man to die for all of us?
Yeah.
Jesus?
Yeah.
Does it make sense to me?
Yeah.
Can I be honest? No.
No? What?
No. I'm a good man, but no, it doesn't make sense that he would have to, that accomplishes anything. I don't believe in animal sacrifice any more than I believe in human sacrifice. I think it's absurd. If I make a mistake and I do something bad, let me go get this bird over here, this dove. God, I'm going to show you, I'm really sorry, I'm going to kill the bird for you. But now it makes even less sense for me. I'm going to do it to a person. Yeah. It really doesn't, my friend. I'm a good guy. But I understand the message has been twisted. People don't want us to really understand it wasn't how he died, it's how he lived. Think about this, my friend. It was his life that we must follow. His death is to trick you into thinking it's all about the afterlife. It's here, right and now. We have to live the way Jesus lived. Do a Google search for Essenes. Think about this. Why are there there's so many years missing in Jesus' life? It's unaccountable. Well, it's because it explains how he really lived. He was an Essene. Not just any Jew, he was an Essene Jew. And they understood that there were how do they say it? Angels of light, angels of death. There were angels of light. Well, it wasn't angels. That's what's confusing me. There was a light and a dark, in other words, and they were of the light, and there were the darkness that trick people and fool you. And what they do is they change stories just a little bit to trick us so that we don't really focus on what's important. So I understand there's a real important message with Jesus, but we're being tricked into thinking he died for us. Think about it logically. What good does it do? I'm going to kill a bird. I'm going to kill a man. Sacrifice doesn't make sense. Just think about it. We've been tricked into believing that. What really matters is that Jesus lived a certain way and he fasted. And this is what I do. I'm on a mission to help people do what Jesus did. In fact, there's another man who did what I'm trying to do again. Bill Bright. You heard of Bill Bright? He died a while back, but he was with Campus Crusades. Come here, baby. And he won $1 million award in 1996. And I'm trying to duplicate it. He got $1 million award because he wanted to get 1 million Christians to do a 40-day juice fast like Christ fasted for 40 days. Remember, Jesus said, when you fast, not if. So he won that award. And in 1997, there were 14 million Christians around the world that were juice fasting. Did you hear about it? No. Why? Because the dark forces own the media, and they control the colleges, and they change books, and they make us think that we got to focus on his death and not what he did. What he did is he fasted and he ate a special diet. And this is what I do. And people say, oh, it's not what goes in, it's what comes out. What comes out depends on what goes in. And again, some stories are missing. To prove my point, go to Matthew 17:21. In most Bibles, that phrase is taken out. It's taken out.
Matthew
17:21. Read that, and you'll go, my God, why is it blank? It's because the punchline is there. This only comes out through fasting and prayer.
What do you think who Jesus is for you?
He was reared by the Essenes to fulfill the prophecies. Joseph and Mary were selected because they knew they could conceive at the right time, and they were prepared for an immaculate conception. Immaculate means clean. Joseph and Mary fasted to produce the best baby possible so Jesus would be born at the right time and fulfill the prophecy. And Jesus was to tell the message about how to live. It's not how he died. That's how we've been tricked. Just be open-minded. Do research on the Essenes. Look at the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Do you believe in rapture?
No. Oh no, that's another trick. That's another trick, my friend. That's the biggest trick of all. And all I can say is just be open-minded and ask, does it really make sense? What is it accomplishing? Does it solve problems? The only solution is to die, and it's in the hereafter. That's a trick. That's how we're being tricked. The solution, heaven is right here. Even Jesus said, heaven is here right now. We make our own hell because we're not eating the right food. Genesis 1:29 is the only time in the Bible where God told us what to eat. We're not doing that anymore. That's how we got kicked out of the Bible. But they changed everything around where we don't focus on Genesis 1:29. Think about it. You know Genesis 1:29. It's the only time God said, this is what you're supposed to eat. And guess what? If you don't eat it, you get kicked out of the garden. A garden is only a place where we don't have problems that are within our control. What's within our control? What we eat. How do we get out of the garden? We need the right food. It wasn't this tree of knowledge, good and evil. It was we took knowledge we learned and we applied it to our food. That's how we got kicked out of the garden. What did we learn? What did we learn?
How about the resurrection? Do you believe in it?
No, because that is not the only time that story's been told. Do research on this, and you'll find that this is a common story that's told like 15 different times. It's all part of a story that's part of a way to tell each generation what to do. But the rules of the world twist certain parts of the story and get us diverted. They're con artists or masters of illusion. This is what I do for a living. I teach people how to fast, but not on water, on juices. Do a juice fast, and you're going to do two things. In the Gospel of the Seeing, Jesus said, fast till you get rid of Beelzebub and you'll never see disease. And he says, when you fast, you'll see with your own eyes and smell with your own nose all the evil smelling things of Satan that come out of you, that are inside of you, tormenting you with all manners of pain. This is in the Gospel of the Peace. This is part of the Dead Sea Scrolls. That's not in the Bible. They took it out in 503 AD. And what he's talking about is fasting. And when you do a juice fast, my friend, within 1 week, you're going to start seeing shit come out of you. You're going, oh my God, this is Beelzebub. We got a demon inside of us. And it's old fecal matter, and I've done this over 1,100 days in the last 22 years. My longest juice fast was 90 days, and I pooped out a 20-pound cesspool that was inside of me. A bunch of evil stuff that Jesus made 17 references to in book 1 of the Gospel of the Essenes. These are books they took out of the Bible so they can control us. Because if we knew how to eat, they couldn't control us. It's that simple, my friend. Think about what I'm saying. Look into it with an open mind. Don't throw everything else out. Almost everything in the Bible is good stuff. There's only a few things that we've been tricked on. See, Paul is Paul was a Roman agent. So most Bibles we read is Paul's version, not the Essene version. Look into that also. Check it out. Because Paul was a Roman agent.
How about Elia? You believe Elia was...
Who? Aliens?
Eli.
Oh, the elite?
Elia.
Ali? Oh, you like Muhammad?
Elijah. In the book. You remember his writing said Elijah raptured. So he never see the dead. And Enoch, he never dead.
Well, okay. What you need to read. You need to read the teachings of the Essene teachings from Enoch to the Dead Sea Scrolls. Read that book. In chapter 2, it talks about the law. The law. This is when there's 3 stages of Moses' life. Yeah. Read this book. You can get it online. Google this and you can find it online and read it. The Essene teachings from Enoch to the Dead Sea Scrolls, and in that, they're going to hear Moses talking about how he found the knowledge, and there's only one law we must obey. We got to eat the right food. We're not doing that. It sounds too simple, but it's got to be simple. Everything profound is simple, my friend. We're not eating Genesis 1:29. Do a Google search, and you can't remember all this I know because I'm telling you too much, but George Malcolm, a Baptist preacher, has the Hallelujah diet. And he says, hey, Genesis 1:29, I had all these diseases, I followed the Genesis 1:29 diet, guess what, they're all gone. In 1 year, they're all gone. There are millions of people doing this worldwide. Do a Google search on hacres.com, and you'll read testimonials of millions of people that are applying Genesis 1:29 to their life, and cancer goes away, heart disease goes away, diabetes goes away, behavioral problems go away, all of our problems go away. It isn't about the afterlife. That's a scam. We've been tricked into thinking it's the afterlife. The only place we have paradise is in the afterlife. No, paradise is right here, right now, if we eat the right food. Sounds too simple? Open your mind. Do the Daniel diet. Do the Daniel diet.
You have to do your body is what year. It's that what year for you.
The body's at the base. Yeah. There's a hierarchy. The body's at the base. So the spirit's real important, but the body's the base. If the base is shaky, everything else falls. That's what's happening to us. So you can make your life better by focusing on the spirit, but don't negate the body.
Yeah,
and that's the big piece, my friend. When we make the very first mistake, which is called the fall of mankind, we destroyed one of our senses. And that's why we have dark side of our behavior. That's why we look at one another and go, oh, he's black, he's red, he's blue, fuck him. He's different. No, we're not different. We're so much alike it's not even funny. But we don't see that, we don't feel it because we destroyed one of our senses. Yeah. The very first mistake we made, which is called the fall of mankind, is when we got kicked out of the garden because we did something to our food. It destroyed a nutrient called a biophoton. And it's stored in the nucleus of our cells. Cells use that to communicate. It's our sixth sense. Yeah. It's our spidey sense. What makes us feel all one with one another. Yeah. And we don't sense that. That's why we prey upon ourselves. That's why we have 6 psychopaths who rule the world. They're just sick with us all. But we're sick too, so we're easy to control. Yeah. And on the way they do it is they get us to focus on the wrong thing. It's not the death of Jesus, it is how he lived. He didn't. And I'm gonna ruin the whole story for you. I'm gonna tell you the big mistake. I bet you don't even know what it is. When I tell you, you're gonna go, oh, I don't want to hear another word. We shouldn't cook our food. When we cook our food, we destroy the biophoton. That's the fall of mankind. When we start cooking our food, Genesis 1:29. Were we cooking food in the Garden of Eden? No. Were we eating animals in the Garden of Eden? No. We're eating fruits and vegetables. That's what Genesis 1:29 is. Cooking our food is the fall of mankind. And Dr. Pop proves this. There's a scientist in Germany. He's been studying this for over 4 decades. There's 40 scientific organizations studying this. It's called a biophoton. He coined that word in 76. He invented an instrument in 74. He said, look what I found. All living systems, plants, animals, fungi, they store the sunlight energy, the coherent sunlight energy in the nucleus of their cells, and that's how they communicate. And the more they have, the healthier they are. The less they have, the sicker they are. We're born at 43,000. A junk food eater could be as low as 1,000. Organic vegan might be 23,000. Organic's important because organic has 5 times the biophotons as conventional foods grown on artificial fertilizers and sprayed pesticides. But if you're raw organic vegan, you're 83,000. So we start at 43,000. Most of us 1,000 to 23,000. Most of us 83,000. And in Germany, the number one way they heal is juice fasting. So that's my specialty. And when Dr. Pop says, if you do juice fasting, it's 114,000. So my friend, what's your name? Francis? I'm John. Francis, when you do a juice fast, you're going to do 2 things. You're going to poop out Beelzebub and you're going to pump up the biophotons. You're going to go, hallelujah! This is why Jesus said when you fast. And it's something you can prove to yourself. You don't have to rely on anybody telling you anything. Aristotle said, believe only your own experience. There's no fact like a fact learned from your own life. So find the courage to do something you've never done before. Climb the unexplored mountain. Go where few have gone. And you'll be so happy. You'll look back at this conversation as a turning point in your life. And you're going, oh my God, I still understand that Jesus is part of my life, but it's how he lived. Heaven is here now. Yeah. It's not in the future. We're being tricked. Everyone goes to a good place after we die, no matter what. There's no judge judging us, a God judging us and going, oh, bad, bad, bad. I'm going to torture you forever. What kind of God is that? Just because I didn't believe in Jesus? Oh, you want to torture me forever? That's not a loving God. So there's a lot of flaws in all religions. See, when you study all the religions like I have, you're going to find that the rules of the world have infiltrated every great religion and they fucked it up. So there was they had the Torah. Mm-hmm. They came in and messed it up and they came up with the Bible. Then they messed it up, they came up with the Quran. Now they messed up the Quran too. The rules of the world have come in, they got all the money, they control everything. If you haven't seen the Thrive documentary, check out the Thrive documentary, where they explain that they investigated 12 major sectors of human endeavor and they followed the money. It turns out it's the same small group of people that own everything. The media, the education, the government, everything. They're brainwashing us. When we go to school, everything is brainwashed. They got us by the balls and they've been doing it for thousands of years. In fact, Martin Luther King warned the day he died, the day before he died, he gave that famous mountaintop speech. Remember that? My eyes have seen the coming of the glory of the Lord. He knew he was going to be killed because the word was out. He knew it. And he said, and he was talking to his people and said, and you can Google this and you can find the exact same words I'm saying right now. He goes, now when I'm gone, the rulers of the world are going to use a favorite formula of the Pharaoh. They used thousands of years ago. The same people ruling us now that ruled us back then, they got a special formula to keep us in line called divide and conquer. They're going to get you to fight amongst themselves. So when I'm gone, stay united. Stay united. Don't fight amongst yourselves. The rules of the world are psychopaths, and that's how they trick us. They get us to fight amongst ourselves. They get our experts to take the first step in the wrong direction. I want you to go find the sunset, but you take the first step east. Oh God, I can't fight. I'm doing everything right. I can't fight. That's what they do to our doctors. That's why they can't figure anything out. There's a simple solution for heart disease and cancer and diabetes. Stop eating the wrong food. Go on a fast. It's real simple. But if we did that, then we'd be healthy. We'd have biophotons. No one could control us. Is this making sense to you?
Yeah.
I don't look like a crazy guy now, do I?
No.
Okay, this is exciting stuff, isn't it?
I'll catch something from you.
Pardon me?
I'll catch something from you.
I hope so. Well, you're a good man. You made my day.
Yeah. I'm somebody who likes to read a lot. I like to discover a lot. I like to pray to a lot. Because
unique.
That is the best thing.
Very important. See, the fact that
because I used to, long time ago, I was a drug addicted. Drug addicted long time ago.
Oh, drug addict. Oh, yeah. I see.
I was drug addicted.
What kind of drug?
Cocaine. But
crack or just regular coke?
I get coke.
Just regular coke, not crack.
Yeah. So that's
a whole different game, isn't it?
I'm free with heroin, with cocaine, just because of prayer. So I believe there's something powerful in prayer. So I
There
believe
is,
there's
you bet.
something. Yeah.
And you know what? And this is the thing, Francis. As long as most of us are disconnected and low in biophotons, we need prayer more than ever.
Sure.
Yes, sir. But when everyone gets reconnected, there will be a whole different life, and we can't even comprehend what a great world this could be if we understood we're all one.
Yeah.
And that instead of, see, we're competing for resources, we should be cooperating. What would happen if everyone shared everything they did? And everyone shared, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, think about it. If you're on an island with 100 different people, or 10 people, and we all did different things, but we kept what we got, we wouldn't have much. But if we all did something and we all shared with everybody, we'd have fire, we'd have this, we'd have that, we'd have this. Look, there's 100 people, oh my God, even more. 1,000 people, 10,000, we got how many, 7 billion people if we all had that mentality? And we don't have to think about it, we feel it. If we had the biophotons, if we all ate like Jesus ate. Research this with open mind, you'll find Jesus was a raw vegan. That's what the Essenes were. They knew not to cook their food. That was a sin. That's, if you look at the Essene teachings from Enoch to the Dead Sea Scrolls, Moses is talking about all this. There's one law that causes all of our problems if we don't obey it. Don't cook your food. Anyway, thanks for letting me ramble on. You're very kind to let me keep on going. It's hard to shut me up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, it's good seeing you. Hope to see you again.
Yeah.
All right, have a nice evening.